So where do we think this leads us heading into a potential season 3?
If season 3 happens, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the boss will get picked up again. I don't know if that's the last we've heard of that. I don't know if Susan will come back again. We've still got Rogue, and Rogue's not going to have that dynamic. I mean, Billy's not going to be the Doctor. I don't think she's the 16th Doctor, so we've got to get through that first, and then see who
Get through that.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, get through whatever that becomes,
Mm-hmm.
to then think about who the 16th Doctor's going to be. And then you've got to think of the dynamics moving forward. Are they still going to have the same intentions? What were the Doctor... Because the Doctor was doing something before he got involved with Belinda, because that was an accident. So are they going to go back to doing whatever that was? Are we just going to have another fresh start? Are we going to keep doing fresh reboot? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't really know what comes next now.
I'd put money on the fact that Disney aren't picking this up.
Yeah.
I
think we would have heard something by now.
Yeah. And especially with...
I quite like the idea of Netflix picking it up.
Yeah.
Because they were going to do... There was, like, talk of, like, Black Mirror-esque.
Like an anthology kind of thing.
Type of route, yeah.
See,
I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah, I think... And I'd quite like to see a sort of Doctor Who anthology series, but as a spin-off. Like, as an extra...
Yeah, not an actual
to the main show.
in-universe main
I want
show,
it to have character arcs and sort of
what it's meant to do and meant to be.
Yeah. Just have it as an ongoing drama.
Yeah.
But I think the thing with Netflix is they again like to bring stuff on. If it doesn't work, okay.
Yeah, let's just cut it.
Yeah.
They're very happy to cut things.
Yeah. The other big one that was kind of...
Was it Hulu?
Floated was HBO Max.
HBO Max, that was it.
Who...
I know it began with a H.
Until recently had all of New Who on... Like, that was the home for it.
Oh, okay.
Like, in the States.
Yeah.
And I think probably elsewhere in a few other places. But I don't think that's being renewed. But I did see some people that were saying, sort of suggesting, like, if that were to be renewed alongside,
yeah,
you know. But then there's the whole thing of, like, how, like, do Disney still retain the rights to what we've had so far of RTD2? Because you'd imagine they would.
Yeah.
Whether they want to keep that on the platform or not is their prerogative. You know, they quite like just deleting stuff.
Yeah.
Which would mean there wouldn't be a way to access that.
Yeah.
For international viewers.
Yeah.
Which I think is a major, like...
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if it were to move to another streaming platform, they probably wouldn't be able to have 60th season 1 and 2 on there.
Right.
Because
Disney.
It's Disney's.
Yeah.
So Netflix would be coming in with Doctor Who season 3.
But without season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd have to be a new season then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
God, how many season and series and are we going to end up having?
Or they just kind of market it as...
Doctor Who, episode 1.
Yeah, or just like it is season 3, but
sorry, Gibson just jumped off and scared me to death.
or they keep it as season 3, but sort of promote it as a bit like they did with Jodie's first season.
Yeah.
Like it is
Series
11, but it's you can join us now because
new dog.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having Shooty's regeneration into Billy and then not being able to watch that and going in on Netflix to Billy's "Oh hello" and then could you imagine? No, do you know what? Could you imagine if that happens? This is never going to happen, but could you imagine Shooty regenerating on Disney Plus and then Netflix picking it up and then Shooty decides, actually, I've got some free time now. I'll come back and we'll do like a little stunt thing. So it's like Billy's face, like hello, and then goes back into Shooty Gatwa, and everyone's like going crazy. Could you imagine?
Oh hello. See ya.
Bye. And it's Shooty again. But you can't watch season 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's very, very messy.
Yeah.
And I imagine quite the headache for everyone.
Yeah.
So I don't envy them.
I can't wait for season 3. I just want to know. I am excited because I'm still fine and happy about regeneration into Billy. As long as conceptually it's and the writing's well written and it all is considered and good. I'm very excited for what could come of that.
Let's talk about Billy.
Billie Piper.
Billie Piper. William Piper. Yeah, I still feel the same about it.
Yeah.
I think. Which is I can deal with it. I'm not like, oh, this has ruined the show
Yeah.
But I don't really like it in concept. I do think it's a last minute sort of panic.
Yeah.
Billy, will you come and do this? And sort of, maybe hoping that would give a bump to, sort of interest in the show.
Yeah.
And maybe that would spur Disney on to like pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least spur other
Someone
platforms
to pick it up. Yeah.
But I don't know, it does feel a bit, I think especially after like so soon after Tennant coming back.
Yeah.
It kind of, I feel like, and it's not just this era that's guilty of it. I think it's the Moffat era was very the sort of what started this, but like regeneration doesn't really feel special.
I've seen a lot of people say, well, I just give up with the concept of regeneration now because it doesn't feel like it was initially planned, like how it initially was meant to be. It doesn't feel that way anymore.
Yeah, and like regeneration originally was like conceptualized to give an in-universe explanation and work around for
new actors,
production, sort of behind the scenes stuff of Bill Hartnell like not being like healthy enough to continue.
Right. Yeah.
So it's obviously it comes from circumstance.
Yeah.
Like real world stuff. But I think that's still written in as a death for this character of sorts. It feels, I think,
watered down now.
Yeah, and I think because we've had so many like sort of extra doctors.
Yeah.
We've had the War Doctor, which I
was fine with. Yeah, that's not a.
and then we had the fugitive Doctor, which kind of like
I'm on
muddled
the
things a little
fence.
bit.
I think I'll always be on the fence because
Yeah.
it just, in my head, it doesn't make sense to me that we have doctors before. But in the realm of Timeless Children, the Timeless Child arc, like, it works.
Yeah.
And like I can see that that the Doctor having other lives before we were introduced to the Doctor.
But also, I think the Timeless Children as a whole, of the fact that, like, yeah, okay, so numbered Doctors we've had 15.
Yeah.
And then we've had like 2 extras.
Yeah.
But also, with the Timeless Children, we could have thousands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and that in itself isn't interesting to me.
No.
The fact that, like, there could be infinite Doctors.
No.
No.
That doesn't interest me. Because I like the Timeless Child concept. I've said this 1,000 times. I like the I like the Timeless Child concept. I don't like it being the Doctor.
Yeah.
That's how that is. But where the story is the experimental side of it. That's where the story is. That's where the interest is. And then a reflection of the Time Lords and that whole scenario. That's exciting. That's interesting. Way more than thinking about having 1,000 Doctors beforehand and all the fugitive stuff. And I'm not interested in really any of that.
Yeah.
The core principle and experimentation and reflection of what the Time Lords are and mean and how they are in that whole system. That's what I'm really interested in.
That's the interesting stuff in that concept, and it's also the stuff that isn't
we've never seen, and that's really sad.
Yeah, but I think, you know, it kind of it dilutes it, and even to a certain extent, like Tennant coming back and being 14, and this is the Doctor, but for 3 episodes, and now we've got the Doctor.
Yeah,
and
for 2 episodes. For 2 seasons.
2 seasons. Yeah, like,
but when you think about it, it's only 8 episodes, and then we don't see him in 2 of them. Oh, not 8. Hold on, how many would it be?
Yeah, like, it's been a really short run, and like, I'm not saying when somebody gets the role they need to be contractually obligated to do 5 years or whatever.
Absolutely not. But
it does feel.
It feels like we've had a lot of Doctors in a very short space of time,
which kind of retroactively makes them. I don't know. They leave less of an impression, I think, because you know, especially like when you think when we were growing up. As like, I know obviously you started with Eccleston, but like for even just 4 years, David Tennant was Doctor
the Doctor.
Who. Like, that's Doctor Who.
Like,
and just,
when you think of like Toys R Us, you think of David Tennant on the big banner, Doctor Who, the red time vortex with like the gold glow, and him there with his Sonic. Right in the middle. You think of David Tennant, and then you just got Series 2.
And that was...
Toys.
That was only 4 years.
Yeah.
And he just is... Like, that actor is that role.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many people, like... It feels a little bit like, shoot, he's not really had the time to
have that,
put his flag in the ground and be like, I am Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You know, and I know we spoke a bit a few weeks ago about how Chris only did 1 year. But I think it came in with such a strong like mission statement, and like, it was bold.
He and Billy really brought it.
Yeah, they just came in and kicked the door down and went, this is us, this is what Doctor Who is now. And I think especially because it was so different to people's sort of memories or preconceptions of what Doctor Who is or should be or whatever.
And it was new for what was in
And
that time as well.
exactly, yeah. And I think majority of people would have forgotten or not really cared about what had come before.
Yeah.
And then the people who it's really for, the kids, that was it. This was Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, yeah.
So he came in and really made his stamp.
Yeah.
As did David, as did Matt, as did Peter, as did Jodie. Like, I think they all came in and were because they, for a significant amount of time, were the Doctor.
Yeah. Jodie was the longest Doctor. I know it was by default because of where timings, but she's been the longest modern Doctor, hasn't she?
Yeah.
That was the thing. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all
she's
fairly close.
Yeah. But then you think of that time scale towards what we've got now.
Yeah. And it's just a bit sad.
Yeah.
And it feels like
I would have liked to have seen at least another season with Ncuti.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's worse is because both seasons haven't quite had their flag in the sand moments, and because individual episodes are good but the story arcs haven't landed, whereas you say what you want about Chibnall, like I can sit and watch his runs and they did have, I don't, how am I going to word this?
I really have no idea what you're about to say.
No. I'm going to forget that sentence. I think maybe it's just unfortunate that Ncuti, because the 2 seasons haven't landed and they needed to, that's kind of put not a damper on his Doctor, but as you're saying about establishing Doctors, maybe that's one of the reasons why he can't.
I think that's what it is. It just kind of, it casts a shadow over the whole era. Which unfortunately casts a shadow over that character.
Yeah.
And by association, sort of Ncuti. Like,
I don't think
I don't think
that.
I don't think it casts a shadow over him as an actor, but like, because he is.
I think people argue with you because I know a lot of people feel so strongly about the 15th Doctor and how that's their Doctor, and like he's one of the best Doctors,
and that's great. That's brilliant. I don't know. I think it's just a shame that we've. That Regeneration feels a little bit. It feels less of a big, like, dramatic.
Yeah.
Like game-changing thing, and feels a bit more of a gimmick.
I was gonna say, because now, although visually it's big and explosive, and wow, looking at it emotionally and like conceptually, it doesn't meet the visuals anymore. Like I still can feel Tennant's regeneration. Every time I watch it, I can still feel it, and I still cry to this day. Not every time, depends where I'm at. But I still shed a tear. I still cry over Matt Smith's regeneration.
Yeah.
Like, I still can get emotional over Capaldi's. You know how I feel about it. But like, yeah, now I don't get the same reaction out of a regeneration than I did back then.
Yeah. And I think it should sort of come with a thump.
Yeah.
Like, it should be, this is massive.
Yeah. And I think they also obviously didn't tell anyone, and it was never announced and stuff, so that I think they could try and get that thump.
Yeah, and kind of have it as a more surprise. Yeah.
And that still didn't feel enough.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I kind of don't really know how I feel.
I don't really know how I feel about
how what do you think So we've spoken before about like our theory on who Billie Piper is playing or how that's happened. Um, what do you think is the most likely sort of outcome for what form Doctor Who takes now? Do you think it will just be a BBC back thing, like BBC and Bad Wolf? Do you think they will find a streamer in like HBO or Netflix or someone? Do you think we're getting a special or some specials or a full series? Or
I think it will be a case of them going, okay, let's get some specials out with Billy while we're on, because even after Land Between War in the Sea, why can't I ever say this title correctly?
It's because it's it doesn't roll off the tongue at all.
And because
a title of
I keep shortening it down to The Land Between.
It's The War Between. And
it's not. It's The War Between. Literally, right, in Mallorca, I was walking out of the sea pretending to be a sea devil, right? We all know this. We all know the shot. We all know the classic shot of the sea devil in the sea. I was writing out. I was walking out the thing, pretending to be a sea devil. I was laughing. Sam was just like, "What's going on?" And then we started talking when we were in the sea. I started talking about it, and I couldn't say it then either. I can't get my words around the war between the land and the sea.
I keep forgetting it's happening.
That's good.
Like I genuinely I think that's the maybe the main reason that Disney haven't officially gone, we're not continuing with this,
because they've still got the war between. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they've they're still attached.
Yeah, so they kind of have
and I think that's also, I think maybe behind the scenes they've gone, yeah, we'll get this out, but we're not gonna be renewing.
Right.
And also I don't think the BBC or Russell or Bad Wolf or any of the team will say, oh, we're not going to be continuing with,
Yeah.
Anyway,
as I was saying, I think sorry, tangent happened. I think because we've still got the war between.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Everyone clap for me. Applause. Because we've still got the war between, I think to kind of fix that gap, because we're going to have a couple of years, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll do some specials, try and get the hype back up with Billy. I think it would kind of be like the Star Beast, Wild Blue Yonder. I was going to say Wild Between then. Jeez. I've had zero sleep. Wild Blue Yonder, Giggle, that kind of situation maybe with Billy. Mm-hmm. And then season 3 will happen. That's what I'm predicting. That's the only logical route that I can see, because they're going to want to try and get some things out.
Yeah.
It's too late now for a Christmas special.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to happen. New Year's special, that's not going to happen. So it'll be, I don't know. We'll see what happens after. We might get some news after the war between. There might be some little thing at the end of that, maybe.
Yeah.
To give us some kind of direction. They might do a second series of that. Between.
Nah.
No?
No.
If it's unit based, they might do another unit spin-off.
They're not going to concentrate on that over, like,
the main show.
Just be doing everything they can
to get the main show.
To get the main show back on its feet, yeah.
You never know. There might be a whole Sea Devil human love story that we need a second series arc for.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Because
I've seen The Shape of Water. It's fine. Yeah, I don't. I think you could be right. I think it would be one special.
I do think one.
I don't think Billy would do multiple.
Why not?
Like, as in with what I think, who Billy's playing. With
I
the
can't
whole,
remember
like,
who you said she was playing.
The same as you, like the whole.
Oh, the whole Tardis.
Yeah.
It depends how not long he strings that out for, but
That's what I mean. I don't
what
think there's enough.
stories, and do you
I
not
don't
think
think
there's
there's
enough
story in there to.
It depends at who. If we end up with a streaming service, and the episodes turn into 20 minutes, or like half an hour episodes.
Oh God.
Could you imagine?
Well, yeah, but then I don't think you're not going to be like the 20-minute special. Like
When we go back to Classic Who, and we've got 5 to 7 different parts.
also, if you can hear a difference in the audio, Kat is currently eating a strawberry lace, which she decided to have a munch on. What? Like I saw you pick it up and thought, I'll fill for a bit here, like I'll talk, and you immediately interrupted with your mouthful. So I tried to do
I
you a
didn't think
solid.
you'd notice, to be honest.
I tried to do you a solid, and then you're talking your nose. No.
I'm hungry, okay? I've worked all day. I haven't had dinner yet. It is now currently 9:15.
Well, sorry.
What are my Mackies?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I could see there being a
maybe
special.
three specials is probably pushing it, but yeah.
I think
It'll be. I'll let you talk in a second. It'll.
That'd be nice.
You know, when I ask you a question, then don't let you answer. Yeah, maybe I agree with you, and it'll be like a 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 20-minute. You know, like End of Time was.
Yeah, like a feature length. Yeah. Yeah, I could see them doing that, but I genuinely think. Yeah, I don't think Russell's sort of thought. I do think it was a.
I don't think it was like a stunt. I do think he has an idea of what he's going to do with it.
But again, I don't think that's properly fleshed out. Because also, he might have an idea of what he wants to do with it. He might not have a program to do it in.
Hey, Doctor Who's coming back.
No, it'll come back, but like.
Don't make me have a panic attack.
No, it will come back, but like, in what form, where, and when.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? And it's all well and good saying like, oh, Billie will come back. Like, if it turns out that they're, trying to get on Netflix or whatever, and by the time all that's gone through, it's like, oh, okay, so we'd need to be shooting like late 2026 for and Billie's like, oh, I'm booked.
Yeah.
It's all a bit of a. Everything's just up in the air, really.
To be fair, they could just be filming now. She's blonde, and she keeps getting her roots done.
They could.
Because you can tell, like you could with season 2, you can tell when Billie gets her roots done, like with all her pictures that she's taking.
The turnaround for, because I was looking at it, the turnaround for like Christmas specials, like filming to broadcast, like the early sort of RTD ones would film around July.
Yeah.
Which is why the Runaway Bride is like, it's like, oh yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and they're like baking.
Yeah.
But I think it might even be one of Matt's Christmas specials, like finished filming in like mid-November.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, post-production on Disney Who has been like taken a lot longer than it would have in like 2011 or whenever it was. So maybe that turnaround wouldn't be feasible, but I don't know, maybe.
I'm just going to be waiting. The indicator is going to be Billie's hair. I'm just waiting. As soon as she changes its colour.
The indicator for me will be when they announce it. But you keep checking her hair out.
I am. Every picture I'm like, are you still blonde? Are your roots still getting done? Are you having it chopped to the same length because you need it to be the same length because you're going to be filming at some point? I'm going to go full investigate. Because I can't see her wearing a wig again because she wigged for that shot. But she dyed it now. And she's been ginger, redhead, brunette for a long time to then go back to blonde. I mean, she could just go back to blonde, but...
Yeah. She could just be dyeing her hair.
let me hold on to something.
I think that's what it is. I really don't know
No, yeah,
where
I have
they're
no idea.
going.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the Billy special would be,
Billy special, love it.
yeah,
The Billy
the
special.
Billy special. Um,
It's piping hot. Piping hot.
we need to wrap this up. Um, yeah, I think maybe that could be just in-house BBC.
Yeah.
Or Bad Wolf.
Yeah.
And if they promoted it as a sort of, yeah, maybe as a festive thing, like, it's a feature length thing, and it's Billie Piper's back, and try and bank on that a little bit, whilst they sort of scramble
for
to
season 3.
work out
What's going on?
what's going on. But I don't really necessarily want a.
I don't want a scrambled season 3.
No,
I
I was
want a
going to
nice
say
plan
in terms
thought
of
out.
in terms of like directly next, I don't really want a story of the Bad Wolf, like.
It depends.
And
It depends where they go with it. It depends where they
it
go with
does,
it.
but again, to me, it's the same thing of that whole like nostalgia.
This is when I was walking to the bus this morning.
Mhm.
This is what I was thinking about, because I feel like if they're trying to bank on kind of trying to get it to the heights that it became when it was 2005, because we bring so much back in this season alone, like of Russell's, like the Delta Wave, and do you know what I mean? Like it is very rustly. It is like very bring things back, rustly nostalgia. So I think he's focusing on the wrong things. He thinks these big things that everyone loved in this run, like Bad Wolf Rose, Delta Wave, Midnight, all of these big things, were so big, but he's forgetting what led them to become so big.
Yeah.
Kind of banking on what they used to be instead of the journey that it took to get them to the heights that they are.
Yeah. And it's that same thing, like the reason so much of that first era worked was because it was new and it was fresh.
The storytelling, the character drama.
Like it didn't rely on what had come before.
Yeah.
It did its own thing.
Yeah.
And they were just telling good stories.
Yeah.
And focusing on those stories and those characters and all of that drama, and it naturally got to those heights.
Yeah.
I don't know if Doctor Who's ever going to get to those heights again, realistically, because I think when it came along,
with the right team,
I think when it came along, there was nothing like it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think you can recreate that, and I think trying to recreate that
is Doctor Who's downfall.
Is what's doing it in.
Yeah.
Don't run before you can walk.
Yeah.
Like, don't come in and try and make the biggest show, and it's gonna be bigger and better and like crazier and wilder, and it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be a whole universe, and just come in, make a good show.
Yeah.
And if it's good, generally people will watch it and it will become bigger.
Yeah.
But you can't artificially manufacture that.
Yeah.
And I think when you set your sights on that, it only highlights all the more when it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I worry a little bit that that's
what we've been getting.
Yeah. And I think maybe getting Billy in is kind of symptomatic of that thought process and that kind of.
It could also be really, really interesting.
It could,
and a really exciting story.
I think, like, it was great having David back for the 60th.
Yeah.
Like David and Catherine, and I think they could have. Personally, I think they could have done more with
Yeah.
that as a concept. But even just on the surface level of like, oh, these two are really good, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
it's nice to have them back. And then, but it wasn't just that. It's nice to have them back, and they're in some good stories.
Do you think that they'll 14 and Billy? Do you think the TARDIS will end up crashing into Donna's back garden?
I
Do you think it will end up in the same place, and we'll get as wherever 14's jetting off to now? And
I don't know. I There's part of me that thinks, oh God, yeah, probably.
I don't think it should. I'm just asking you a
Yeah,
question.
I don't know. I don't think.
I don't think after the responses, I don't think Russell would do that. Do you think?
But also, I don't know if he'd be able to help himself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
um,
Because Russell would just have to text Tennant, and he'd be like, "Yeah, let's go."
yeah, like David will come back for like anything.
Yeah.
Bless him. But
To be fair, and people like say that about Tennant, but if I was the Doctor at some point and I got asked to come back, I'd jump at every opportunity.
yeah, I don't mean that as a criticism.
No,
like,
I know. I'm just saying, like, that is like a big criticism of like, oh, Tennant comes back for. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, like
Any opportunity, cameo, full episode, whatever, I'll be there.
I'm kind of surprised that they did with that regeneration, that they didn't somehow try and tie it back to David as 14 and have this little second bridge sort of we don't really know what's going on period.
Not exist anymore, and 14's the proper Doctor. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Oh,
but
oh.
like no, that'd be awful.
Oh, okay. What are you trying to say? Sorry, I'm confused.
Like just being like, oh, Shooty's regenerating, like Shooty's going, we don't really know what's going on. We've got another Doctor that's about.
Maybe something interesting could happen at the same time as.
Yeah. And maybe doing something where 14 becomes aware that
Shooty's regenerating.
Yeah,
and he starts to regenerate at the same time.
Or like do something.
I don't know. Yeah.
And even just for like a little sort of thing to keep us tided over, a little bit like the 60th was. We had 14th Doctor Adventures.
Well, that was my second thought, literally just then before you said that. Like, I'm surprised they haven't, or maybe they are possibly thinking about 14 Adventures in the interim.
Well,
he's still the Doctor.
It kind of acts as a, I know this was a big sort of criticism of it at the time.
Yeah. Like, you don't have enough trust in Shooty to have 14 still about.
Yeah. And that's not what I took from it.
Neither
personally.
did I.
But also, I don't think it's a safety net.
No.
But also,
it's a good
if you needed to use it as a safety net, it's
there.
It's pretty good. And maybe there's a thing of like, oh, now we're going back to David Tennant, but like, also, we've gone to Billie Piper.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they've wanted to avoid
going
backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it means that he's not the next Doctor. You just have a Doctor, yeah. And it kind of makes sense to be the one
that's still knocking about.
That's still about, and then maybe you can actually wrap up that arc.
Yeah.
With him, at the end of that special or mini series or whatever you wanted to do, you have him regenerate, like, or however by generation
works,
like reverses, or not, but like finish it. I don't know.
You can put an arc to the end, not end, or put a conclusion to by regeneration of what happens when someone by regenerates anyway.
Yeah.
And then bring it back to the main focal point of 16th
Yeah, and hopefully by that point you've got
season 3.
The next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe there's talks of doing something like that. Maybe it's kind of been vetoed as being too confusing, or, okay, yeah, we'd like to do that, but who's funding it?
Yeah.
Because, it's all very well us sitting here and going, why didn't you
Why
just
did
bring
you do
David
that?
Tennant back?
Yeah.
But
Also, he's a busy man.
yeah, I honestly do not know where the show is going.
No.
And I don't mean that as a sort of hyperbolic, like, inflammatory statement of like, I don't know where this show is going. Down the toilet is where, like...
Hashtag R.I.P. Doctor.
Yeah, like, I just mean, I genuinely have no idea, because it really does feel like everything is up in the air.
Yeah.
And it's really the first time...
in our lifetime.
Since that it's felt like this.
Yeah.
I don't think... It's coming back.
Yeah.
In some form. At some point.
Yeah.
On some platform. With someone playing the Doctor. Or maybe not.
Who knows?
But like... It seems very, very clear that things have not gone to plan.
No.
At all.
Yeah.
And I would not like to be Russell T Davies this year.
Bless his heart. No.
Especially after, like, how stressed he was running the show
before
last time.
Yeah.
And, like, if you read the writer's tale, you read it going, how are you still breathe? How's your heart not giving out?
Yeah.
Like, you're clearly, like, just constantly stressed. And, like, how much of a toll it must have taken on him, to the point where you read that and go, yeah, no, like, you've done your time. You'll never come back. And then he came back and it was like, this is wild.
Why?
And then all of this has gone on.
Uh-huh.
Like,
which he definitely didn't have to encounter in his first run.
No. And it's kind of, yeah, it's all times 10, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, like...
Well, he's starting a new project at the minute as well. So... Because he started writing a new project, doesn't he? Is it for Channel 4? So, I'm not saying clearly, because you can write two things at once. But, like...
It would suggest
would suggest that he's filling his time while things are ticking away production-wise.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know where...
I literally do not know where Doctor Who's going.
That's it. That is the question. No, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Really. I would wager that the most likely outcome
Billy
is
Special
that
season 3.
there's a special with Billie Piper, probably just on the BBC.
Yeah.
And then by which point
the 60th specials were just BBC, weren't they?
No, Disney.
Oh, were Disney there as well?
Yeah. It's got that Disney money, baby.
Got that Disney money.
And then
I don't mind that we don't have the Disney money if it was just on BBC, because then it might be a bit more tight.
Yeah, I think there's probably an argument there that, like, the creative limitations often lead to more interesting,
Well, you got to work a little bit harder to get what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it forces creativity,
Yeah.
And I think there's maybe an element of, oh, we can do this, so we will.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but why?
Yeah.
Like, what's the justification?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it works out good. sometimes, like Lux.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then can
Yeah.
also not pay off very well.
Like, don't get me wrong, I think the show looks gorgeous with
Yeah,
that
100%.
kind of budget.
Mm.
But also, I would take like a sort of less glam looking
Yeah.
series to A, get it a bit more consistently,
Yeah.
and B, maybe more episodes in a series.
Yeah. And more focus on the writing than drama and character and story and all that.
Yeah. But the thing is, that isn't necessarily something that comes at the expense of a big budget.
No, absolutely not.
But
with if you're
I
trying to
get
make
what you're
it
saying,
big and
you maybe-
explosive and things like that, you're like, look at all the explosions, look at all the pretty things, look at all that.
yeah, with a
And you
smaller
rely
budget,
more on that
you're maybe
than the story
more sort of reliant
because
on
you want to.
the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, to conclude, we don't know what's happening with Doctor Who. No insider scoops.
Unfortunately, not.
But yeah, I hope
It comes back.
I hope it comes back. No, as I say,
it'll come
it
back.
will.
Yeah.
It
In
will.
some
I just don't
way,
know
shape,
in
or
what form
Yeah.
and how long we're going to wait.
Hmm.
But also, the wait might not be such a bad thing.
It just means I can get through the whole classic era again.
Well, I was going to say, just like, for people to kind of drop their pitchforks a little bit.
Yeah, everyone's still quite heated about it.
That's what I mean. Maybe let the dust settle on it a little bit. But also, obviously, I think if
The other
they could, then Russell would get, if HBO or Netflix or whoever were interested, or even Disney were
and they're
interested.
like, let's do this, but we've got to bash out a Christmas special.
Yeah, like, I'm sure that Russell and the production team would be like, yes. Go.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a thing of like, why haven't you made a decision? They're having to wait because there are other players in the game. And that's unfortunately a consequence of partnering with big studios and broadcasters. But
I reckon after the War Between, that's when things will start to pick up and we'll get more information. And
yeah, absolutely. I think, nothing will come out before that because, well, nothing official because it's bad. It's a bad look, isn't it? We've cancelled Doctor Who because it didn't do very well. But watch the spin-off that we've got coming in a couple of months.
Yeah,
No.
Not gonna happen.
But yeah, I'm interested to see. Part of me kind of thought that Disney would maybe try and rush the War Between the Land and the Sea out.
Oh, what? And
to try and.
Well, it depends what their schedule's looking like as well.
I guess so, but I don't think they're particularly interested in. I don't think they're going to get much from it. I think they might try and.
When's it supposed to come out? September?
See, I've got in my head around
It's
like
autumn,
October,
isn't it?
November.
Oh, later on.
Yeah, but maybe not.
Well, even if
I don't think they've not announced anything proper.
No.
But it's.
I don't know why I had it in my head that it was like autumn time.
It is autumn, but that's September, October, November, isn't it? So.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I want to watch it. September. That's the beginning of autumn. No, but I think Disney couldn't just rush it out anyway if there's BBC scheduling, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it could be a BBC thing more than
of course, because it'll be on BBC, won't it?
Yeah. It's only going up on their streaming.
I was going to say they're not putting it. They're not broadcasting it, are they? Yeah. So I guess.
So they have to wait.
I guess from the BBC's perspective, they're like, let's push it back as far
Yeah.
as we can to kind of so the gap between this and
Whatever comes
more
next,
Who content isn't as big. Whereas I imagine Disney are like, it's done. Can we just get it out and bury it?
Maybe. Or if it's not that significant for them, they're probably just like, shove it out in autumn and then
put it out whenever.
Because it's only gone on their my goodness, streaming. My teeth too long again.
Teeth are too long. Yeah. Well, there we go. Um, Many a conclusion we've come to there, in that
We don't know.
we don't know anything. But I think it's interesting to, sometimes it's interesting to speculate.
Yeah.
And did you want to? What did some other people think? So I know you put
I did.
a tweet or two out.
I did.
As you are prone to do.
I do enjoy a good tweet.
You do a little tweet now and again, don't you?
I do a tweet now and again. I haven't had really much anything to talk about, to be honest. So everything's really podcast stuff because nothing's happening, so nothing's really making my brain go. When I have things to say, maybe I'll do a bit of a tweet. But
yeah.
No, I
just gotta talk about this old rubbish instead.
No, I did say, now the dust is settled, how does everyone feel about Billy's return as Doctor Who with a big question mark? And then 34% of people, so I've got 330 votes. 34% of people said, I don't mind it.
Okay.
13% said, I liked it.
Okay.
53% of people said, still hate it.
Right.
So the dust is still floating about. Not quite settled. Maybe we needed a bit of a longer wait time.
Well, no, I think the dust is still settled, but
people's opinions just haven't changed.
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of the comments, I won't go through every single one of them. A lot of the comments are the issues, the uncertainty, and thinking it's a last minute placeholder, and they're running out of ideas, rather than Billie herself.
Yeah.
Plus, a lot of comments were like, Billie's great. I can't wait to see Billie on my screen again. But...
yeah.
And then the following.
So that's kind of how I feel.
That's what it is.
Because I said to you, if Billie had not been in the show as such a prominent character before, if, I think she's an incredible actor. Like, if they went, Billie Piper's playing the Doctor, mint.
Yeah.
She's great. Like, I think she'd be brilliant. It's the fact that it's not the actor Billie Piper is in the role. It's the actor Billie Piper who used to play Rose. Do you remember? That's what irks me.
Right. Fair. I love her and I can't wait. But anyway. I also said, did season 2 of Doctor Who meet your expectations and why? 13% said yes. 41% said no. 46% said kind of. But this one was a bit vague because a lot of the comments were like, yeah, it did meet my expectations because I thought it was going to be bad.
Right.
Instead of like, yeah, it met my expectations. Like, this is like in like a good way.
Okay.
And then kind of.
So you found a fault in your
I was too vague because people were like, yeah, it did meet my expectations. Don't know if that's good or bad or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that it's kind of like, it's still a bit like, it kind of met my expectations. Not saying it's a good thing, not saying it's a bad thing. So everyone's still very undecided, not 100% sure. And that's where we are as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it does feel sort of collectively like...
the fact that we know we're not getting a season 3 for some time doesn't help the situation at all.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit more of we're valid in what we're thinking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it also doesn't help that, like, if that's the last bit of Doctor Who for a while, it left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. Or, like, most people's mouths, I should say.
I was going to say, because, like, I wouldn't say it's left a sour taste in my mouth, because I would absolutely eat up the next season, or specials, or whatever's next to come.
No, but I think, like, it not being... wow.
Yeah.
And then...
and you're left sitting there like, oh, can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, and then there's a wait.
Yeah.
I think it sort of not living up to
It's not the
expectations
best.
with people.
Yeah. It's not the best
And
note to
then
leave it on, is it?
it going on hiatus.
But I also, in this moment, I'm reflected back on like what percentage of the Doctor Who viewers are as invested and feel the way that we feel, as opposed to just casual viewers who watch it and are like, oh yeah, all right, well, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like increasingly more and more the weighting of massive Doctor Who fans against like my mum who might turn it on one night is like getting bigger and bigger. Whereas before, like the casual audience
was bigger than the dedicated fans type thing.
Yeah, like the casual audience was like the 90% of, you know,
viewership,
and oh, like, yeah, I like Doctor Who. It's fun.
Yeah.
And then you got us nerds. But like, I feel like a lot of that gap's sort of getting smaller,
right.
And the pie chart of nerds to apparently normal people are like, it's yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but I also have hand gestures and the lovely people at home don't, so
that's true. I did a very nice mime of a pie chart just then.
It was very wonderful to watch,
and you'll never get to see it.
No.
Sorry. Yeah, I think obviously everything gets, you know, it's like Chinese whispers on like Doctor Who Twitter and YouTube and like forums and whatever.
Miscommunication and misinformation spreads like wildfire.
Yeah, and just like a lot of Doctor Who fans are like alarmist, like just really like, oh my god, it's ending, everything's gonna go to like,
yeah,
you know, like it will be fine.
Yeah,
but also I do understand that currently not in a great place.
It's like the walking into the room holding your pizza and everything's on fire meme from Community.
Yeah.
That's how it feels like.
that is kind of how, on the rare occasion that I'll go onto Twitter nowadays, that is generally, But, you know, we kind of just got to wait and see.
Yeah.
Like, it's all well and good. You know, we've just spent God knows how long
about
speculating
2 hours
about
just
it.
speculating. Yeah, it's fun to speculate.
It's fun to speculate, and I think it's also interesting to kind of dive into what we think might happen, and what, you know, and what we thought of what's come before, and you know.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if it does kind of become kind of like wilderness era stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. I think it's all well and good speculating about stuff, but ultimately, we don't know anything.
No.
Period.
No. Well, yeah, obviously. But I mean, like, I'd be interested to see if, like, you know, like TV movie, if we had imagine that, but it's like Billy. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Like a gap.
Yeah, but that's not what I mean. Like having like, because like we didn't get the 8th Doctor Adventures, did we? We just got the TV movie, and it is the 8th Doctor.
Yeah.
So could you imagine if we got like a Billy TV movie?
What, that doesn't, and then a new
not like
fresh
it,
start.
not like a pilot, like it was.
But then like a new fresh start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
would it kind of reflect
not necessarily the fresh start, but that is kind of what I think they're going to do anyway. Yeah. Like that's, I mean, the feature length special would be
TV movie.
The TV movie, wouldn't it?
I guess.
But yeah, ultimately, we just gotta wait and see, haven't we? Like, people will be leaking things.
And this is I hate leaks, but I'm very interested to see what comes out and what gets air quotes leaked and what gets made up. And I'm intrigued in that. I'll take it all with a pinch of salt.
I think
Because
this
everything's
sort of
quiet
stuff.
at the minute.
Yeah, it's been very quiet.
Yeah.
I think this sort of stuff, like behind the scenes stuff,
Hmm.
and I don't mean like drama, but I mean like where's the show heading? Oh,
Hmm.
there have been discussions with so and so to oh, Variety's reporting that
Yeah.
Doctor Who will return for a Christmas special in 2026 for
Yeah.
like stuff like that. I'm all fine with.
Hmm.
Um, it's when it's like, oh, by the way, guys, the Rani's coming back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah. They're not.
Hey, shut up. Um,
I know. If you know that, don't tell anyone.
yeah.
Sit on it.
Have you thought about
Not
shutting up?
telling anyone.
Um, but yeah, we gotta wait and see. We just gotta wait and see.
I'm excited
And-
for the war between the land and the sea, and that's what I'm focused on right now.
Yeah, as I say, I keep forgetting that it's even happening.
I remind you.
But I will be watching it. I don't
of
mean that
course.
as in like a derogatory, like, oh yeah, that. But it has completely slipped my mind. And we'll, I'm sure
All I
we'll.
keep thinking about is the the master rumours for it. Could you imagine?
Anyway. Yeah. Well, I hope that was somewhat enlightening.
Yeah, that was a chatty ramble, that one.
Considering that we have basically very little basis for
Anything we've
anything
said.
that we've talked about other than just vibes, really.
Yeah.
And our limited knowledge of how TV production works and
Yeah.
our relatively extensive knowledge of the TV series Doctor Who.
Yeah.